welcome back to my channel. My name is Lala Chila, and guess what? Today I'm right inside the airport. Yeah, you guys, you can see that symbol right over there. Now I'm being told that roundabout behind me is called Elephant Roundabout. Well guys, I'm quite excited because we are marking the ABC to JKIA upgrades that began recently. That is around March, and today I am literally inside the airport, and I'm quite excited to bring you the developments happening right here inside here, and I'll tell you more about it. And there is something special coming up, by the way, some new information that you need to know about. Anyway, in the meantime, kindly subscribe, like and share. Let's do this. Make sure you watch the video until the end. I am putting together piece by piece of what's been happening. I have done the Nyayo, I have done the Uhuru highway, we have done Haile Selassie, a bit of it. So let's go, let's start. So welcome guys to the Ndovu, or the Elephant Roundabout. Yeah, there's been lots of rains in this particular area, and that is the workstation right over there, that container. And there's been quite a lot of rain, and as you can see, the inside of this doesn't look so good, but work is still going on. We are not so fixated on that. I can see the lighting here is not so good, guys, but a lot is happening. We also have a floodlight right over there near the elephant. So I just want to go around before I show you exactly on the ground what's happening. The place is beautiful, coming from the entrance. So this is what has been laid. It's quite new. This is the border, the boundary to the roundabout, just demarcating the roundabout clearly. Yeah, clearly it makes it stand out. I'm waiting to see what is going to develop from this particular place, and we can see there is other developments going on that other side. So the JKIA to ABC upgrades majorly were to enhance capacity in this particular airport. It's an old airport. It's Kenya's main port of entry and exit, and it's quite famous, quite known, but over time we are starting to feel like with the growth that is happening all over the world, and the traction that is becoming of Africa and Nairobi, Kenya at that, more needs to be done. So some advertisement there. So we are looking into making sure that our airport is of world standard, and we are doing a bit of nipping and tucking here and there, and also making sure that we do stand out as the main port of entry into Africa. So guys, this is the roundabout. You can see Karibu Kenya boards, which literally means welcome to Kenya. And as I'm walking, this place is not meant for walking per se. So even as I am walking, it's not something that is like natural. It's not set up for that. You come in with a car, you leave with a car, whether you're being dropped or whether you're self-driving. Yeah, these are the cones to indicate that work is going on. Yeah, so the elephant roundabout has been here for a very long time. So the only thing they are doing is to enhance it by making sure that it is well defined, and we are going to see in the long term what the intention of this project is, especially inside the airport. And like I said, let me reiterate, it's quite an old airport, so we are all looking forward to the outcome of this particular project, the JKIA to ABC upgrades that's been happening. So I'm quite excited to be inside this place. By the way, it's been a while I've been to the port, to the airport, that is, the JKIA. Not really a while, but whenever I'm here, I am not really concentrated on what's happening. So today is the first time when I'm here and I'm like, okay, let me see what's happening. So as you can see, there's a footpath here that is supposed to lead to that dummy there, the big dummy airplane. And the roundabout, as you can see, these are vehicles that are coming from the entryway. So I feel like I can walk inside here Though, so the plane is written priceless. I don't know what that is all about. Oh, MasterCard. Oh my God. Yeah, it's an advert. It's an advert for MasterCard. And we have the big five right inside here. The elephants, the jumbos, yeah. No wonder it's called Ndovu. So I don't know why. I can see some other animals too. I can see the buffalo. I can see the hippo and all that. It looks like they're coming up with a simulation of it looking like a wild, and the elephants are supposed to be drinking from that particular fountain. Yeah, so that's what's happening. So let's continue from the outside as we were walking around. Really, I'm gonna make it quick. That's how it looks like on this other end. So JKIA is in Embakasi, guys, and so far the good that is happening, we all are looking forward to the results. So today we are inside here. Just I want to show you a bit of the signage, just to confirm to you that it's quite a busy place. I'm here on a Sunday, guys, so danger, road construction ahead. There you go. So the signage is quite clear. As you can see, because it's quite a busy place, especially for vehicles. So caution, area under construction. This is the signage right here. Yeah, there you go. And that's the roundabout. So guys, stick around. I want to show you exactly the progress that is going on with the JKIA upgrades. And today I'm just in the heart of it. JKIA is the heart of this project, which is quite important because we need our airport to look good. So everything is indicated because it has to be really clear. Construction is going on. So it's 20 kilometers per hour to drive right here. And I can see a lot of drivers are making sure that they follow on that. So this is how the roundabout looks like from this other end. Yeah. And those are the vehicles going and coming in from the airport. Yeah. And then right here, I love the signage. The signage is quite good, and the construction hasn't really brought major traffic in this area. So if you can see, we have the middle part, then we have the side that is being worked on. You know, I even don't know where to start really in showing you, but I can see the walkways in place already. Let me start with the side that is being worked on, and I'll show you the side that is already complete. There is a side that is complete, so I'll do exactly that. So let's cross over. There you go. The workstations are quite clear. You'll see the pink reflectors. Yeah. So this is where work is still going on. This is where work is still going on. And this is how everything is like. This is the drainage. This is the drainage for whatever will be here. But I can see the main drainage itself is right there. And then this is the pathway. This is the pedestrian pathway. I've not seen any section that has been labeled for cycling, but we do have a non-motorized section that I'm going to tell you about in a bit. You know, as you continue, that's why I told you to stick around, because I want to show you as I tell you. But going down here, you can clearly see that we are trying as much as possible to ensure that the ambience of the entryway to the airport will be breathtaking, which is quite important, because if this is how this side will look like, the middle side, from how it's looking like, they want to come up with vegetation, that will cover that particular area. I can see there are trees that are ready to be planted. There are those that have already been planted, and it's quite new, the greenery that is. I think this means stop or no littering. I don't know. I think it means stop. It looks like someone waving like a flag. What does this sign mean, guys? Yeah, but the pathway, as you can see, each section has a drainage, you know, and I love this particular drainage. The only thing is, I don't know whether it's going to be closed or it's going to remain that open. I have no idea. It's quite something that we've been discussing with you guys on the open drainages and the dangers they pose. But for the inside the airport, I have no idea what they're going to do with that side. Some open drainages sometimes are quite beautiful, by the way, depending on the intent of it, because this place is not quite busy. Yeah, it's not quite busy. So I want to show you this side before I cross over to the other side to show you exactly how the complete section looks like, because they're still working on this particular end. So let's continue going. I can see they considered everything. These are the blocks they're using, the red ones, and we have the yellow bit right here. So I just want to walk with you until where the guys are and where they're working, so that you can understand what I'm talking about, and hopefully you can have a bit of a chat with them. For a lot of you, if you realize, these guys are working literally 24 hours. Yeah. Looking good. So this is the way the vehicles are using the current one. This is how the drainages look like. Sasa. Hello. Kasalama. Hii ni YouTube. Utatrend ukitaka. YouTube. Unaweza sema kitu. So guys, this is the CRBC, China Road and Bridges Corporation. Quite popular. So they're the ones with this project. They're the ones in charge of this project. Yeah. So this is how the finishing on this end looks like. He's speaking to one of them. They're telling me it's like 24/7. Yeah, but I do know they do get some rest, but I understand what they're saying. Even if they're working in shifts, you know, it's because the work has to move on. So these are the special blocks, yeah? And they're quite special and quite heavy, yeah? Wow. Yeah. So the cones are there to just give this area space. You can see the cones are right there, yeah? So like if vehicles are coming so fast, there is that particular what is that thing called anyway? Yeah, so everything is being regulated right here. Sasa hello. Nataka kwa famous. Naona mnaendelea poa kabisa. Mnasonga. Unajua tuko kwa nyumba na nyinyi mko kazini. Tunawaheshimu. Hiyo ndio inaitwa mallet.
Hii ndio inaitwa rubber mallet.
It's rubber. No wonder unaibeba rahisi nikasema uko na nguvu.
Hii rubber mallet inatumika kwa cabros.
Like una gonga.
Isifunje. Ilikuwa safe hiyo ni unagonga.
Sawa. Thank you.
Okay.
That's a special rubber mallet. Yeah.
Okay.
Special rubber mallet for the cabros to help the cabros fit into the space. Let's see how it's being laid. Okay. So guys, here we go. So it's quite busy here and quite interesting too, watching them work from this section. So that is where I am from. Yeah, so the design is the same, and I'm gonna be telling you more about these yellows. They're quite special. They play a very important role. That's why I'm telling you, stick until the end of the video. And these are the blocks, yeah. So there is the machinery that they're using right over there. We are right in their business. Yeah. So this is the preparation going on for the ground before the cabros are laid. Yeah, as you can see, this is what's going on. Hello. Hizi zinaitwaje hizi cabros? Ni aina gani? Red oxide cabros. Okay. Kutakuwa na cycling lane. Mahali pa kuendesha moto nini? Bicycle. Specifically? Oh, just for pedestrians. Sawa. Na drainage itafungwa? The other one huko. It's open. For the excess water. Sawa basi. So the drainage will remain as it is. Yeah, that's what they're telling me. But this is how everything is looking like from where I am. Yeah. So that's CRBC. Now this other side is quite busy. It's quite busy, and this is how it's looking like. Like work is still ongoing, but it's gonna be complete in a few. It looks like work that will be done in 2 weeks' time. That is my estimation, depending on how fast they want to move. But so far so good. It goes all the way up until that other end. Hello. This is where the mixing happens. Nyi mafundi ndio mnajua hii kazi yote, guys. Yeah, I love what I'm seeing the red hats and the red helmets plus the orange vests, so they are quite visible to motorists who are coming in and out, in and from the airport. Yeah, so quite important. Yeah, quite important that they stand out, so that it's easier for motorists to be able to place them. Yeah, so this is a site. This is quite a site. It's a big site. We have gravel here, and let me tell you guys, now I thought it would be quite a daunting task, recording inside the airport itself, especially this particular project. But the funny thing is they are quite welcoming, and it's so easy, it's so relaxed. Nobody is asking me anything. I remember approaching some of the officials who are in charge of this project, and they were like, hey, go ahead. I was like, wait, what? Wow. So I love this, which is quite weird compared to the projects I do tend to record outside, especially in the open right there in Nairobi. A lot of the time I do face a lot of hurdles. You find someone trying to stop me. There's a bit of issue here and there. Oh, you have to go here, ask for permission here. But right inside here, nobody is asking me anything. So let's continue. So this is the site. This is the exit. Let me just tell you, I'm on the exit side where work is still going on. You can see the cones, you can see the vehicles just coming from inside the airport, and we are still walking. Work is still going on. Yeah, let's do this, guys. I usually love to bring you the details of everything. It's much more believable when you guys, have the details. Yeah, so in as much as I would love this video to be short and I'll be like bang 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 giving you the shots, I really want to just take a walk with you right inside here. Also considering there are people who have not really been inside this particular space. So that's why I am taking my time to just walk around with you guys. Just hoping this video is not gonna be so long. However it ends up, just make sure, guys, that you watch until the end. Subscribe, like, share, leave a comment. Let me know what you think. I love how the road looks like. Wow. I love how the road looks like. Yeah, and overall, just let's walk. I love to walk. Let's walk. Sasa mko poa? Hapa sitakani kukanyaga. So this is what's going on here. Naitwa Lola Chila. Yes, mnafanya kazi poa. Yeah.
Sasa wanataka ionekana airport sasa.
Kabisa. Itabidi.
Unakuja ndege unapata tu
iko tu hivyo. Najua ikimalizika hata hii side itakuwa smart.
Hata sasa kutoka kanyanga kabros.
Ile
nyingine kuingia ukanyanga makabros. Sasa hii ni ya watu sasa.
Hii ni ya watu, ile ni ya watu, katikati kutakuwa na miti.
Ile ni ya watu ya kuingia, hapa katikati ni miti na
hapa ni miti na maua pia. Oh, itakuwa smart sana.
Design hiyo unatembea hadi kama unasikia uko Rwanda. Uko Jomo Kenyatta.
Mkimaliza tu hivi, hata nyinyi naona mwekwe tu kwa ndege muende mahali, mrudi mjione kazi yenu. Umeipanda ndege? Hujaipanda ndege? Na wewe?
Naomba kupanda.
Sasa kuna possibility ukishafanya tu hii kazi hivi, nafasi isipotokea, hii ndio itakuwa mara ya mwisho yako kukanyaga airport. Itabidi mpandishwe ndege kidogo.
Hawezi.
Ati hawezi. Wacha tuone. Unajua ya Mungu ni mengi. Sawa sawa.
Ya Mungu ni mengi.
Ya Mungu ni mengi.
Ya mtu ndio kidogo.
Ya mtu ndio kidogo. Nyie muoni mbali huko, mimi nawaonea. Sawa sawa, nyie endeleeni.
Fresh.
Haya.
Sawa.
So the thing with a lot of these projects is, and it's always a thought I've always had, like sometimes you go to a very expensive hotel, restaurant to have a meal, And the people working in that restaurant, the waiters, waitresses, some of them have never even tasted food in that place. It usually just boggles my mind, like how we are, you know. I've worked in a restaurant before, and I remember they made it a duty once in a month to throw us a party whereby the main chef of the restaurant would literally cook for us. So we did get to taste a lot of the dishes that the people would come into the restaurant would eat, and I appreciated that aspect. So like I was talking and communicating to the guys behind me, I'm asking them, have you ever, like, you know, been on a plane? And they're telling me no, this is also their first time being inside an airport, and they're working on this very massive project, but there's a high probability they're never going to enjoy the work of their hands, you know. I don't know, I always feel like tomorrow if I'm in charge of something, I'll always make sure that the workers, the people in that place, get to enjoy or experience whatever is there before the outsiders. Anyway, my thought. So this is how it is. This is the yet to be filled up drainage, you know. Like on the side I am, like I told you, that is where I'm from. You can see there are lots of yellow and the yellow helmets and the orange. That side is quite busy. So this is the incomplete side as we are walking. Countries like Ethiopia are doing quite well. Their airport, they're building modern airports. They're expanding their old airports. They're modernizing their airports. And we are in it too. We are all doing the same thing. So the aftermath of these developments are going to be felt very soon. So let's continue, guys. This is the section that is being worked on. Yeah, so don't worry about the side, guys. Work is still going on. Let me insist on that, because I know we can be quite critical, but work is still going on. This is from the recent rains, and I'm sure something is being worked out. And the water is just standing there because, you know, there's been a lot of digging. They have to, as part of the landscaping and preparation of the grounds. So this is expected, but in a few months' time, talking June, July, there will be. Now this is where this string ends. I can see they put it's quite visible. Yeah, there's a white string that ends right here. The mathematics that's going on. Yeah, it's also here. It's also here. Yeah. So yeah, and that's how you guys can see the helmets right there, and the pink, quite visible, which is quite important. So this is how far it comes, joining to the main exit and entryways. So this is a pedestrian. This is a pedestrian walk they are working on. No cycling lanes, but there's something quite special I want to talk about. That's why I'm not touching on it here. I have to cross to the other side for me to be able to talk about it. Yeah, so that you know, get to stick until the end of the video so that you can understand what I'm talking about. Yeah, so there's a digging right here. I guess that's for the drainage, because I'm trying to follow the pattern from way back there. So there's digging right here going on. Quite important. So this is where a lot of this is being stored. Hi, I'm finally here. So guys, this is how it's going on. CRBC team. This is the Zoom Lion. Yeah, so let's cross over to the other side and see exactly what's happening. Wow. Hi. Kopoa. So I can see drainage, and this place is totally blocked, but I can see drainage being laid. Haiko active? Haiko active? Oh, drainage ndio mneka. Aha. So guys, here's the drainage, yeah? I told you I can see the drainage, yeah? So at the end of it all, just what we talked about, the flood waters sometimes, you know. But the airport was built so well, so I guess the flood waters are not really a problem, yeah? They're not really a problem because this is just for preparation's sake, yeah? So that's where the vehicles are exiting from. And that is our highway right over there. You can see we have a barricade written on police drive check, yeah? Maybe this is the way that is used to bring in materials. Yeah, so a lot is going on. Kura yako siri yako.
Anakula jamba kuko na anasema wanta.
Kura yako siri yako. So guys, I know you are looking at the road and it's quite beautiful. It's much darker. Let me give you also a different view. Yeah. Now this is because they put an overlay on the main old road. That's why it's looking this good. And as you can see, they're also putting this boundary right here, and it's making it stand out, yeah? So I wanna take you to the other side of the entryway. This is the exit point of the entry side to show you the complete look of how this other side is also going to be like. So let's go. So I have to cut through the mid of this project. This is how it looks like. This is where now the greenery is coming up. Just look at it. The trees have already been planted, and there's a section, in fact, it's a nursery, so I think for the future, slowly by slowly, and it's gonna be quite a beautiful canopy. I'm looking forward to how everything will look like in the middle of JKIA, and the kind of plants that are going to come up here. So this is the workbench right here. I'm crossing over to show you now the complete bit of how everything looks like. I can see already someone running. I also just came across someone who was riding a bicycle right inside here, just confirming to me that some of these amenities are needed, but I'm being told whatever they are putting up right now is just for pedestrian. Now these are the nurseries I'm coming across. These plants are quite beautiful, by the way. Whoever knows their names, let me know in the comments. And the yellow, these yellowing trees, you know, quite beautiful too. I can see already they've done the landscaping. Let me just go close. I'm scared of going close because the soil seems soggy. I don't want to be in a place where I'll sink, but let's see. So landscaping is going on already, as you can see. There is this yellow string right there, and then that's how it looks like. Yeah, that's how it looks like from where I am. I don't want to step in because maybe they've already planted something. And so I'm going to take you to the other side that is already complete to show you exactly what's coming up. That is the entryway of JKIA. So this is how this section looks like. Under construction, these are the signages We have the site safety, fireword, pay attention to safety in construction, parabolic prohibition, wear safety helmet, protective shoes should be worn, beware of hanging objects, ear protectors, protective gloves, and safety standards. And when we go ahead here, we can see major road works ahead. Yeah, very important signage, quite important. From there, voila, we finally have the outcome of whatever is happening on the other side. So I told you when I started the video I was in the middle. I started with the elephant roundabout. So in the middle of it, landscaping is going on, and on the sides this is what is coming up slowly by slowly. So this is the complete side, and the drainage is still being worked on, guys. And this is also part of the drainage. I think they're yet to complete it because I've seen it from the other end. I know how it's going to look like, but so far this is how it looks like here. I just saw someone running. This is the space I was talking about. I just saw someone running here, and I think there are people who are comfortable enough, and maybe literally their living quarters is inside here. That is the Kenha beacon, quite important. And this is the drainage bit of it that is complete as we go on. And I love the fact that there is proper signage in this place, and we have the cones. And like I told you, I've been told the road has been worked on. They put an overlay, very important, and I think that's what's making it stand out as it is. It's quite beautiful layer. When you just enter from that point coming to this section, it's quite beautiful. So maybe someone is asking, like, how is the place looking like way back? Pedestrians did not have a place to walk on. Now I'm realizing they do, like enough space, that is, and that's what's happening. These are water reservoirs here. These are water tanks, important. And here I've just been told, guys, while I'm finalizing this video, I've just been told this is where they're gonna have plants too. So I'm already picturing how it's going to look like, because already on the inside there you can see how everything is panning out. Now let's talk about what I had prepared for you earlier, something that is standing out and quite important. I told you to stick until the end of the video so that I can be able to show you and explain to you what's happening. We are talking about consideration for the disabled differently, and here we are talking about the blind, people who cannot see. I'm being told there is a feature that has been added to this pathway that considers them and places them, you know, in a better spot or in a better space to be able to also use this particular pathway. So let me show you. You see this yellow line? You see this yellow line that I'm walking on? This yellow line is especially made for the blind, for people who cannot see, for the visually impaired. You get? This yellow line, if a visually impaired person uses it with a stick, they are able to get to the end of this pathway safely. Yes. And they're not the only ones who've been considered, because if you look at the pathway itself, someone on a wheelchair can easily use it, and others. But now we are talking about the visually impaired, because I've been informed this drainage side here, looking quite beautiful, will not be covered. It will remain open. Hence, I wonder what that means. What does that mean? Anyway, hence, it's quite important that for those who cannot see, that it is made very clear that this is where they're supposed to be. I don't know much about the measurements that have been used on this yellow line for the visually impaired. So if you know much about these particular features on a pathway, kindly let me know in the comments. What does it mean? because I was thinking, is it not small? But they are telling me, no, it's not small. Yeah, because I'm like, look, yeah, I'm literally like walking on a straight line, cut walking, in a sense that if I'm not careful, but I do know, I understand how the visually impaired do walk, because I've seen a lot of them with the sticks, and usually they're never quick, they're not walking in a hurry, they're tapping on the ground as they go. So please explain to me, how does this work? If you do know, how does this even work? Yeah, because for a normal person like me, I'm thinking, wow, okay, it's small. Let me know more. So this is the important feature that I wanted to point out for you. Yeah, this is the important feature that I wanted to point out for you. So you can see the borders right here, right there, the borders are a bit plain. Here it's black and white. Makes it stand out, makes it, you know, it's easy for someone to trace the road. And there is an overlay on the road, like I mentioned to you earlier. And this is how the outcome of what's happening on the other side is gonna look like. We do have the floodlights right there. Is it really new? No, it looks like quite an old feature. And then in the middle of it, we have the progress going on of the beautification. That is, they are trying to plant trees, plants, flowers. I'm sure they're already marking everything out. And it's gonna be quite a beautiful outcome, guys. Woo! Look at these lights right here. Look at the design of these lights. Can you see the difference, guys? Difference? I feel like they're replacing the design of the lights. From where I am from, that's not how the lights look like. But from here, I can easily see that the light is different, yeah? Look, this is beautiful. It opens up like a flower, guys. It opens up like a flower, yeah? Wow. And already I can see what they told me. You see? This place, there is soil that has already been laid out. Beautiful planning. And then we have the palm trees. People love palm trees, guys. I know. Usually when you talk about planting greenery, the first thing people jump on are we gonna have palm trees? So it looks like here we are gonna have palm trees. I can't wait. Palm trees are beautiful. There's something about them. They just give the place an atmosphere of relaxation, because you tend to think you're at the beach, you're at the coast or something, but this is how it looks like. Yeah. And definitely we have nurseries. I mentioned to you we do have nurseries because this is a long-term project. It's a long-term project, so this will just be transplanted. I can already see the kind of plants they are looking at. Some of them are, most of them are not seasonal. Yeah, they withstand all seasons. That's what I'm trying to say, because a lot of us have these plants in our homes, like this particular one. Whichever season it is, it's always blooming, which is very important. And then the palm trees are always blooming. They don't need a lot of water or a lot of, you know, all that. So this is where the palm trees are gonna go into. This is the hole already prepared, and these are the plants that are gonna be transplanted very soon. Yeah. So guys, we are right at the end of this video. And I'm quite impressed. We are talking about 27 point something kilometers of the JKIA to ABC beautification upgrades that have been going on, and so far I am not disappointed. I am not disappointed at all. Yeah, they preserved that particular tree right there, and that is where everything is happening, the container place there. Yeah. Oh my God, thank you guys so much for coming with me on this short walk here inside the JKIA. Yeah? We are now back at the Ndovu, or the elephant roundabout. So guys, thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming with me to JKIA and having this very long walk. In the meantime, kindly like, subscribe, share, leave a comment. Let's have a discussion and let me know how you feel about what is going on the ground. And all this is something that is going to be witnessed in a few months' time. So let's not be too critical, let's not be too harsh, let's give it time. I know it's all gonna come together at some point. So thank you guys. See you in the next video.